Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game? Featuring Stardew Valley. My name is Christine, and in this video I will be sharing a bit of the gameplay and then a few things I liked and disliked about the game so you can decide if you should buy Stardew Valley. Welcome to Stardew Valley, the board game. Now, if you've ever played the video game, this should look very familiar to you. I actually played the board game and then I played the video game. And because I had played the board game, I knew where everything was in the video game already, which made it really easy to find my way around. So you'll notice many of the same things, and the play should probably be fairly intuitive to you. It is a cooperative game, so we're all going to be working together. And your goal is to do 4 of Grandpa's goals. Now we have a few extras here, so they can change out. But I'll just go over, you have like raising animals, making friends, saving enough money, and exploring the mine. Those are the 4 we picked. And I'm going to just start by talking a little bit about the mine, because it might work a little different than in the video game. So to explore the mine, you will want one person. They want you to get down 12 levels, and that takes us most of the game to do that. Now, each person is given a job. So if you're going to be exploring the mine, you want someone to be a professional miner, and then they get special tools. So you start with a basic pickaxe, but as you work through, you start to get benefits as you upgrade your tools. So you will want one person to do all the mining because they're the ones that are going to get the benefits. And this benefit relates to this map here. What you do is there's special dice, you roll them. Actually, you only roll 2, sorry, not 3. You roll 2 dice. You get 2 green guys and you do the little match it up, and in this case, you will get bug meat. Now, if you had this special tool, you'd be able to be like, I don't want bug meat. I'm going to come up here and get a special mineral or a stone. You can move where you are. So that is why it's great to have the miner doing all the mining. However, we've played this with 2 and 3 people, and we've done mining both times, and I would recommend doing the mining only if you're playing with 3 or more players, because then the other person is in charge of everything else. Your other goal is to complete all the rooms in the community center. So to do that, you have to have somebody visit the community center, and then we can open up a room. And I'm just going to open them all. You would only do 1 at a time, but just to show you that you start the game in spring. So for this one, it wants fall. The pantry wants spring. So you want to open these as soon as possible so you're not giving away or selling any of your like vegetables or items that relate to a certain season that you won't be able to get later on as the game progresses. The other thing here is a legendary fish. That one's a little harder because they don't come up as often. I'll be showing you that when I show you a bit about the fishing. These are just forageable. That one's easier to get. The gold, it's this times how many players are in the game is how much gold you need to give them. And then here we have the bug meat. So if you were in the mine and you got the bug meat, you could start collecting it to give to the boiler room. But that's the last one you're going to open. So you may not realize, and you might sell it earlier than finding out you need it. So as soon as you can open these rooms, will benefit you so you can start collecting the items. And when you fulfill each of the items, you're able to get an item card. And when you fulfill the last one, you get an epic item card. The game is played through the 4 seasons using these cards. We start with spring, and each season has 4 rounds. So at the beginning of this round, we would water our crops. So if we come up here, that would be moving each crop over by 1. And then once it comes off, you now have the vegetable to sell. The cat just means you're moving the first player token around. And this means you can trade and sell resources. So if you have vegetables or fish or anything you want to sell, you're able to do that without taking the turn to do it. I'll just turn the card here so you can see some other options. This is giving your vegetables, turning them to quality. So if they're planted here, when we turn them over, they now have a star and they're worth more if you sell them. Then we're watering them, so that means the parsnip would now come into your stash on your board, and then the potato is still growing. Again, we move that. The fish means down here on the fish track, we would remove 2 of the fish and move them over. And then from the fish bag, we would add 2 more fish. Now this here is a legendary fish. If nobody catches it before it comes off, this fish would go back into the fish bag, whereas these are just set aside for the rest of the game. And again, we can trade and sell resources. Then we'll fast forward to the end of the season. And at the end of the season, we're going to place these are forageable items, and the trees. I'll just turn one over. You can see there's like a daffodil. So they're all based on the different seasons. So you'll replace all the forageable items and the trees. And in this case, you can draw 2 professional upgrades and keep one. And that's what I showed you with the mining cards. Some of the other things you can do is collect from animals, water the crops, buy buildings, lake fishing, buy seeds and sell things, make a friend, open geodes, donate to a museum, ocean fishing, buy animals, and river fishing. And then at the end of the turn, each person has the option to do one of these items, and you can decide who's going to do what. And you can build stairs, you can pet animals so you can flip their tiles. If there's any Joja tiles on, you can resolve those, and you can upgrade starting tools. Overall, Stardew Valley is a fun cooperative game for a family or group of friends. Between the rounds, you are able to discuss what each person's going to do and in what order the duties will be performed. And the money and the hearts are always available, but you only have the items on your personal board to sell and use. However, you are able to trade items with your friends between the rounds to make sure everybody has the items they need for what they're going to be doing. With Grandpa's goals, we would suggest changing them with each game, so that way you have new strategies. Otherwise, if you use the same goals, you may feel like you're playing the same game again and taking the same actions. By changing up the goals, then maybe you'll change up how you play the game. And again, with the mining, you might not want to play it every game because it does take one person to spend almost the whole game just mining, whereas they may want to also go and try some of the other activities. But overall, we are able to finish all the challenges before the end of the game, and we're successful in our endeavors. So let me know in the comments if you've played Stardew Valley, the board game or the video game, and what you think of it.